Hello, crafty friends. Welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Melissa Miller. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southern California. And today I thought we would take a look at our August 2021 paper pumpkin kit called Hope Box. But last night when I sat down to work on this and kind of get a little bit organized, I realized that I hadn't done my July 2021 paper pumpkin kit, which is The Adventure Begins, and it was actually July. I know it says June here, but it was our July kit, and I just hadn't gotten to it yet. And I love this one so much because it's all about camping and being outside. You've got the little camper, you've got the trees like in the mountains, and then you've got your lantern. So I really didn't change this one up much at all. But let's look at the stamp set. The stamp set is great because you got your base of the tree, and then you've got your needles here, the stamp that's like got the needles on it for pine trees. We've got Dream Big, Aim High, Let Your Light Shine, Explore, Congrats, Let Adventure Begin, The World Awaits You, and then we've got a couple fireflies there. And this one came with envelopes that are just to die for. I love it when we get colored envelopes. So the envelopes match. And we got 12 cards in this kit. Now this kit, they came like a trifold card, but it was just a little bit flimsier than I like. I like my cards to have a little bit of a sturdier base. So all I did was just turn them into shadow box cards. I didn't change anything about them except the layout, the shadow box. So here they open like that. All I did was cut it off and turn it into a shadow box. And I love that one with the trees and the sequins and the shooting star. Then here we've got our camper, Let the Adventure Begin. And you open up that, and I just turned that one also into a shadow box card. I love these. And then we've got Let Your Light Shine, also trifold, and I turned it into a shadow box. Now I love camping. We go camping, we have a group that we go with, and I have another one of these kits. I am going to change all the sentiments for happy birthday. Then I can have cards to send my camping group for their birthday. Okay, so let's go ahead and start on our August kit. This is really, really neat. She put a lot of thought into this. Shelley Gardner, co-founder of StampinUp, designed this box, and we will open it up and we've got everything we need in here. We get a roll of ribbon, which is in Blackberry Bliss. We've got our Stampin' Spot, which is also Blackberry Bliss. I have to say that's slow. And then we've got our glue dots, our sequins, and our dimensionals. And then here a little bit is she's just talking about it. You can put mementos in here, pictures, just keep it as a little hope box. And this stamp set is also great. We've got our larger stamp that says, Always Hope because you never know what tomorrow will bring. We've got Just a Note of Hope. Then we've got the hope by itself that actually fits in here with these. Where there is hope, there is faith. And then we've got Where there is faith, miracles happen. We have a little butterfly, a larger butterfly stamp, and a flower image, and then our little speckles, like splatters. And these stamp sets that you get in here, you can save those forever, and they work great on all sorts of cards. So here is the belly band, where Shelley had envisioned that you could put the band on there to keep everything in and keep it safe. I'll show you what I did with that later. You get everything you need in here. I love Paper Pumpkin because it is a surprise in a box, once a month surprise in a box, and these envelopes are also very colorful. They've got the flower and the butterfly designs on there. And then you get your sentiment strips, your sentiment circles. We've got all our, let's get that out of there. We've got all our card bases, all our parts and pieces. You get 9 cards out of here, so 3 of each, which is really nice. All our card bases, all our pieces. We've got a sheet of butterflies here that we're going to use. Then we've got our banners. I love those colorful banners. This is a really colorful kit. Then we've got some pre-printed sentiments. We've got English, French, and German here. Some more flowers and a tag. And then some more sentiments. And then our big butterfly for the belly band, which I'll show you at the very end. So I thought today we would just make one of each card, and then I will show you at the end some of the alternates that I made. So here's your box. It's really cute. So I've got everything all kind of prepped for me here. We've got our envelope. I just love these. And on this card, it's pretty simple. We're just going to make sure that's scored. Set that over here, and we need to line up our banners. So for the banners, they've just got them kind of scattered. I'm looking at the picture here, trying to figure out what order they've got them in. I want to kind of make it just like they've got it here. All right, so we're going to bring in some of our dimensionals, and I put dimensionals on 2 of the banners, and then I glued down 2 of the banners. So I put dimensionals on the outside banners, and then the third one here. And we just kind of scatter them. We don't necessarily put them, you know, lined up, but we're just going to kind of scatter them. I think like that is probably good. Okay, so we're just going to kind of place that on there, and then we'll be able to glue down our other banners around it. I'm just going to put this one here like that, and then these I just took a little bit of glue. We can just place those in there. They're just going to slide right in because our dimensionals are not blocking anything. So we're just going to go like that. Let's move this one over just a little bit. There we go. We can glue down our other banner. Just place that right there. And they're scattered. They're not necessarily all in the same order. We've got that all glued down, and now we're going to take this piece and we're just going to place it on our card base. I think that's probably good. We can glue that down. I put the cover on that and didn't need to yet. Just get that glued down there. I love these colors. It's so colorful. And then we're going to take our little butterflies. Actually, let's wait. We're going to put our butterflies on after we do our sentiment. So we've got our sentiments here. I'm hoping you can see that. They are pre-cut. You just kind of pop them out. We're going to be using the circle sentiment on this one. We are going to be using just a note of hope. We'll get that all inked up. And we're just going to kind of eyeball it. Make sure we get that nice and centered. Even pressure. We don't want to rock it, and that's perfect. So then we can just pop that out. We are going to put a couple dimensionals behind that. I think we just need 3. That's probably good. And then we're going to put that on our card. Just a note of hope. You know what? I'm going to move that one over just a little bit. I'll get a new one. Because actually, I think all we need are the 2. Because there are dimensionals on this banner. So that's perfect. Now we can add our butterflies. And I just kind of fold them a little bit. So the wings pop up. Just fold up at the body. We've got 3 of them. And I used glue dots on here. I put a glue dot on the back, on the larger area, on the body of the butterfly. And the glue dot holds it on there perfect. So get those off of there. And these kits are so simple. They're made to be done in a weekend or even just a couple hours. You know, you don't have a lot of time, but you still want to send a nice card. So they're really, really nice. They're made to be super simple. We've got that one there. I'm going to bring this guy over here, have him kind of hang on the sentiment. And then this yellow one I'm going to put down on the purple so he sticks out so you can really see him. And that's one card done. Just a note of hope. And that was so simple. Perfect. So let's move on to our next card. This one is got our larger sentiment, so I am going to bring in the Stamparatus for this one, just in case we have to ink it up again. Make sure our crease is nice and sharp there. So let's bring in the Stamparatus. We're going to stamp on the pink one. I've already got it all lined up. Again, we're going to use our Blackberry Bliss. And they've got the green at the bottom. So we're just going to place that in there. Make sure our magnets are on there really tight so the paper doesn't move. Get that inked up really well. Make sure you get that T because it's over on the edge. Let's see what we got. Firm pressure. Oh, we need to do it again. We need to stamp that one again. I think my magnet, the tape on the magnet is kind of getting in the way there. Push that up. And we'll just ink it up again. And because we use the Stamparatus, it's not going to be an issue. We'll get a perfect, crisp image. Go ahead and stamp that. Perfect. Well, you know what? Let's do one more. The tomorrow isn't going to matter because we are going to cover that with a sentiment strip, but I want my always, my hope, and my will bring to be really crisp. Good, that's better. Okay, let's get that out of there. I'm just going to wipe this off real quick. I love my chamois. They get everything so clean. All right. Put this aside and build our card. So we've got this, and now I put this on dimensionals. So let's go ahead and do that also, just to give it a little bit more personality. I put quite a few on there because this is such a larger layering piece. I just didn't want it to sag in the middle. That should be good. Go ahead and get these backings off. Go. Perfect. Bring that in, and hopefully I get this straight. I am known a little bit for sometimes putting things on there crooked. I think that's good. And then we're just going to glue this onto our card base. Get that centered. That's good. All right, now we can add our sentiment strips. Now for the sentiment strips, what I did here was, because the dimensionals are a little bit bigger, they're a little larger, I just cut my dimensionals in half. So I just took my snips, just cut it in half, placed it on there, and that worked perfect. I put a whole one over here on the little hope, and then I put 1.5 on the tomorrow, just so it has one in the middle. Just like that. So we can take those release papers off. Put this over the tomorrow. Hopefully I'm not getting my head in there. Perfect. Then we can do our hope. Always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. Perfect. Isn't that cute? I just love that. And we still need to add our butterflies. So I did the same thing here. I just kind of bent the wings up a little bit. and then I added a glue dot. I actually put 2 glue dots on these, right down the center. So it doesn't go anywhere. Get those peeled off. It's the little ones that are a little tricky sometimes. They're not tricky, they just stick real well. And then we can bring in our butterflies. Put that one there. Put this one up on the top. And we are going to bring in our sequins. I forgot to put sequins on the other one. So first let's do this one. We've got, it looks like 3 or 4 on there. You can just scatter them wherever you think they look nice. It's all about what's pleasing to your eye. You can change it any way you want. And I just love that. And then we've got the matching envelope. So let's put our sequins on the first one. We forgot to do that. And we've got, I think it's like 5 on this one, quite a few. And they give you a lot of sequins. I'm gonna put those down there. So you've got a lot of supplies left over for another project. After you're done here, you get everything you need. I just love these kits. All right, one more. So we have odds. Where should we put it? I don't want to put it in the white because we've already got, let's put it up here. There we go. Perfect. Now one more card. Can you believe that? We've already got 2 cards done. So on this one, it actually came inside of a punch out, and I already punched it out just to make it a little quicker for us here. We're just going to flip it over, and we're just going to put some glue on the larger spots, on the larger areas of real estate here, just so it sticks. And it won't come off. If you put glue on the larger spots, it'll stay on there. And it's really kind of neat when it flutters and you can kind of see that it's got some dimension. All right, so let's flip that over. We will put that on our card base. And they already have the color on there, so you just kind of match up the colors. Perfect. That's on there. Then we need to bring in our hope sentiment, and I did put dimensionals behind this one, and that will also help hold down the die cut piece here. I've got 4 on there. Now I am going to bring in my T-ruler for this one just because I want to make sure it's nice and straight. I'm going to put that right about here, I think. Maybe up a little bit more. There we go. Make sure it's nice and straight, centered. And we're good. So now we need to stamp our little sentiment strips that go on here. But let's first get that folded. Now I'm going to flip that over to crease it, just because I don't want to fold back my flower unnecessarily. And then we've also got one butterfly we're going to put on there after. So here's our sentiment strips, and here we've got where there is hope, there is faith. So let's do that. Bring back in our ink pad. Get this nice and stamped up. Now I put my stamps on my blocks crooked so I can see through them. So we're just going to try to center that there. Perfect. I hope that's straight. Oh, that's perfect. And then we've got, wipe that off real quick. And then we've got our other stamp. There is faith. Get that nice and inked up. We're just going to center that in our strip. I think I got it good. Little pressure, don't rock it. Perfect. Wipe that one off, and then we can punch these out. I love little sentiment strips like this. And I did the same thing here with cutting the dimensionals in half. I wanted it to have dimension because our hope is up on dimensionals also. So I just cut them in half. So I recently started an Instagram. It is Handmade Hugs by Melissa. I think I've only got 2 posts on there so far, but I would love it if you would go over there and follow me. And my email address, if you need a catalog or have any questions, is handmadehugsbymelissa@gmail.com. I also have a Facebook, which is Handmade Hugs by Melissa. I would love it if you could please follow me, subscribe to my YouTube videos. That really helps grow my channel. And it just helps me all around. So we're just going to place this one up here. And our hope is already straight, so we're just going to kind of look off of that. Where there is hope, there is faith. So let's put this one down here. And then we can add our butterfly. Same thing, just kind of fold up his wings there. Use our glue dots. I put one right there. He doesn't really have a body. He's just got the body up at the top, so I just only used one. And where does he go? He kind of goes over here on the hope. Perfect. Now we need to add our sequins. Just again, scattered wherever you feel like, wherever you think they look nice and pleasing to the eye. There's no rhyme or reason. Just I try to keep them in 3s or odd numbers. And that is our 3rd card. Perfect. I just love that card. Then we've got our envelope. I just keep my cards stored with the envelope so they're all handy when I need to send one to someone. So let's go ahead and take a look at my alternates. So this was our first card. This was the banners. And so here I was at a loss. The banners threw me. I didn't know what to do. So I took a black border. I put my banners on there. I stamped some butterflies and just colored them with my blend markers. And then I added my sentiment with the black border. And I love that one. And then this one, I kind of went with the black again. I saw a lot of people were doing alternates with black. So all I did was add a black piece of paper behind it. And then I also did the frame of the black on the sentiments. Not much creativity there. And then I also saw that a lot of people were putting this big image behind black. And look at how that pops. We've got it here, how they wanted us to do it, how they suggested on white. And then we've got it here on black. And I just love that. It's like neon almost. That is so pretty. So now let's go ahead and I'll show you the belly band for your box. Now they used the ribbon on the belly band, but I did not. I just took this and I didn't glue the belly band until I had it placed on the box, just so I could make sure that it wasn't too tight on there. And that fits over that perfect. It covers your paper pumpkin logo on there. And you just slide that up and it keeps your box closed, and it's perfect for presenting to somebody. Put a card in there, some pictures, little mementos, and that's really, really thoughtful. I just love that idea. So I didn't use my ribbon, so I've still got a whole roll of ribbon to use on another project. And that's it for today. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Please follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I appreciate you spending time with me today. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.